Hello students, welcome to our channel Learning Notebook. In today's video, we are going to learn about solids, liquids and gases. We are going to discuss each and every concept related to these terms. So make sure you watch the entire video. But before starting with this video, let me tell you that we have made videos on every chapter of Class 5 Environmental Studies. You can find all of them on our channel Learning Notebook. Also, you can see a list of all such videos on our website. The link to our website is below in the description box. So let's see what all topics we are going to cover today in this video. First, we will understand what is matter. Then we will talk about states of matter, that is solids, liquids and gases. Next, we will discuss change of these states, then melting and solidification, vaporization and condensation. After that, we will talk about solute, solvent and solution, solids in liquids, liquid in liquid and gases in liquid. And our last topic will be physical changes and chemical changes. So let's start and first understand what is matter. Students, we are surrounded by many living and non-living things. And all these things take up space and have some weight or mass. So, what is matter? Any substance that has mass and occupies space is called matter. So, two things to be noted here are that a matter has mass and occupies space. Now, let's understand this definition with the help of an example. Let's take a book and place it on this table. What do we observe? Yes, we see that this book occupies some space on the table. Now, if I put this book on a weighing balance, then we can see that this book has some weight as well. So, a book occupies space and has mass or weight. Therefore, we can say book is a matter. Another interesting fact about matter is that matter is made up of very tiny particles called molecules. And molecules are so small that we cannot see them with our naked eyes. Students, let's take an example. A brick. We know brick is a matter. And if we magnify it, we will see that it is made up of very tiny particles which are molecules. So students, now I am sure you know what is matter. Let's move to our next topic, states of matter. There are primarily three states of matter, which are solids, liquids, and gases. Let's understand them one by one. First, we will talk about solids. Solids are usually hard and have fixed shape and volume. Let's see some examples. Table, chair, books, stones. All these are examples of solids. Students, do note that in the definition there is a word usually. Why is it so? Because we can change the shape of some solids by using force. For example, dough, which is a solid. It can be rolled out into chapatis. As you can see here, if we press the dough, it changes its shape. Another example is the potter making utensils out of clay. He uses the force of his hands to change the shape of solid clay to form the utensils. Now we know usually solids have definite shape and volume. But why is it so? Let's understand it. Students, earlier I told you that matter is made up of molecules. And when we talk about solids, molecules are closely packed to each other. There is no space between molecules to move around in the solids as shown here. So this is the reason why solids have definite shape and volume. We have a separate video on complete chapter of pollution, so you can learn about air pollution, water pollution, land or soil pollution in this video. You will find its link here on the top and below in the description box. Now let's move to second stage of matter, that is liquids. Liquids have definite volume but no fixed shape. What are the examples of liquids? Water, oil, vinegar, milk, etc. All these are examples of liquids. Another point to note is liquid takes the shape of the container in which it is poured. Like here, when we have poured the coffee in a cup, the liquid, that is coffee, has taken the shape of the container, that is cup. Now students, the question arises, why liquids do not have fixed shape? Again, this is due to the arrangement of molecules. In liquids, molecules are not very closely packed to each other. Like here, look at this figure. These sky blue circles are representing molecules in liquid. These molecules are loosely packed to each other. And as you can see, there is a space between molecules to move around. That is why liquids do not have fixed shape. Students, we would like to tell you that we have made videos on every chapter of Class 3, Class 4 and Class 5 Environmental Studies. We also have interesting quizzes and worksheets on each chapter. So I would suggest you to check out our channel Learning Notebook for the same. Let's move to third state of matter, that is gases. Gases have no definite volume and no fixed shape. Why no definite volume? Because if you spray perfume in a corner of a room, you can smell it anywhere in the entire room. And what are the examples of gases? Inflated balloons, football, LPG filled cylinder. All these are examples of gases. Like liquids, gas also takes the shape of the object in which it is filled. Like here, as you can see, when we fill air in a balloon, it fills out the shape of the balloon. Now again, the question is, why gases do not have fixed shape? Again, this is due to the arrangement of molecules. In gases, molecules are very loosely packed to each other. Look at the molecules of gas here. They are moving freely and quickly in all the directions. This is the reason that gases do not have fixed shape. Now let's summarize what we have learned so far. We learned there are three states of matter: solid, liquid and gas. All these three are basically differentiated due to the arrangement of molecules. Solids are rigid or hard because here molecules are closely packed. Liquid are not hard because molecules are loosely packed, and gases are also not hard because here molecules are very loosely packed. Next, solids have fixed shape, but liquid do not have any fixed shape, as well as gases also have no fixed shape. Another point to be noted is solids have fixed volume. Also, liquids have fixed volume, but gases have no fixed volume. So students, now I am sure you have understood the difference between solid, liquid and gas. We also have a separate video on complete chapter of living and non-living things. You will find the link to this video here on the top and below in the description box. Now let's learn about change of states. The matter can change from one state to another, like from solid to liquid, liquid to gas, and gas to solid, and also in reverse direction as shown here. So let's understand how it happens. First, we will talk about melting. The process by which a solid changes into a liquid is called melting. Let's understand it with the help of an example. When we take out an ice cube from the freezer and leave it at the room temperature, what do you observe after some time? Yes, we see that the ice starts to melt into water. And students, this process is known as melting. Now next is solidification. The process by which a liquid changes into a solid is called solidification. For example, if we fill water into an ice tray and keep it in the freezer, after some time we will observe that the water has turned into ice cubes. So this process of freezing of water into ice is a type of solidification. So students, now I am sure you have understood melting as well as solidification. So let me summarize for you once more. The process by which solid changes into liquid is called melting, and the process by which liquid changes into solid is called solidification. Now we will understand vaporization. The process by which a liquid changes into gas is called vaporization, and vaporization can happen by boiling and evaporation. Let's understand it with the help of few examples. When we boil water in a pan and the water starts boiling, we notice that in some time the level of water decreases. Why is it so? This is because water changes into water vapor on boiling. Now students, in the same way, in evaporation, the sun rays fall on lakes, ponds, rivers and oceans, which make the water warm. And again, water changes into water vapors. Students, another familiar example is drying up of clothes in sunlight due to process of evaporation. So this was all about vaporization. Now let's talk about condensation. The process by which gas changes into liquid is called condensation. For example, when water starts boiling, hold a cold steel plate over this pot of boiling water. You will find that some water droplets has collected on this plate. As here you can see, some water droplets are being collected on this steel plate. Students, can you think of a reason for this? Yes, because water vapor has changed back into water on cooling. This process is known as condensation. Let's summarize these two processes. The process by which liquid changes into gas is called vaporization, and the process by which gas changes into liquid is called condensation. If you are enjoying watching videos on our channel, then do like, share and comment on our videos. Also, do not forget to subscribe to our channel Learning Notebook. Now our next topic is solute, solvent and solution. Students, if we add salt or sugar in water and stir it, we find they get dissolved in water. This means salt and sugar are soluble in water and they are also called as solute. So by definition, the solid that dissolves in water is called solute. And as we just learned, salt and sugar are solute. Now what is solvent? The liquid in which solid gets dissolved is known as solvent. For example, water is the liquid in which solid like salt and sugar get dissolved. So water is a solvent. Now next is solution. The dissolved solid in liquid forms the solution. Or we can say both solute and solvent together make the solution. For example, salt plus water gives us salty water, which is the solution. Similarly, sugar plus milk give us sweet milk, which is the solution. So till now we talked about solids being dissolved in liquid. But do note that solution can also be made when liquid is dissolved in another liquid. This type of solution is formed when both solute and solvent are liquid. For example, milk plus water is milky water. Similarly, lemon juice plus water is lemonade. Now, next type of solution is when gas is dissolved in liquid. This type of solution is formed when solute is gas and solvent is liquid. For example, carbonated drinks. Here, the gas, which is the carbon dioxide, is dissolved in liquid to form carbonated drinks. Students, another example is oxygen and carbon dioxide being dissolved in water. And do you know, these dissolved gases are then used by aquatic plants and animals to survive. And the last type of solution is formed when gas is dissolved in gas. And this type of solution is formed when both solute and solvent are gases. For example, air, which we know is a mixture of different gases. Now let's move to our next topic, physical change and chemical change. First, let's talk about physical change. Physical change is a type of change in which only the physical state of substance changes and no new product is formed. So, what is meant by physical state of substance changes? It means that the state of the substance, it changes from solid to liquid to gases. But the substance always remains the same. That is, no new product is formed here. Let's take some examples. Ice cubes taken out of freezer change into water. So here, what is the substance? Yes, water is the substance here and it is being changed from solid to liquid. That is from ice cubes to water. But no new product is being formed here. Only the physical state of substance has changed. Other examples of physical change are melting of butter, breaking of glass, then melting of ice cream and tearing of paper. All these are examples of physical change as no new product is being formed here. Now let's understand chemical change. Chemical change is a type of change in which chemical composition of a substance changes and a new substance is formed. So here students, what is meant by chemical composition of a substance changes? It means the substance will not remain the same. It changes into something else. That is, a new substance is formed here. Let's take some examples. Burning of paper. When we burn a paper, a new substance is formed, which is ash. So, it is a chemical change. Other examples are rusting of iron nails, making curd from milk, cooking food. So in all these examples, the chemical composition of the substance has changed and a new substance has formed. So this was about chemical change. So now let's understand the major differences between physical change and chemical change. Physical changes only result in change in states of matter. That is, it changes from solid to liquid to gas. On the other hand, chemical changes result in change in chemical composition of the substance. We learnt about both these differences. Now let's move to another difference. In physical change, no new substance is formed. But in chemical change, new substance is formed. And the last difference is, in physical change, the changes are temporary and they can be reversed. But in chemical change, changes are permanent and they cannot be reversed. For example, water into ice. It is a physical change and it is temporary, as water is converted into ice and ice can be converted into water again. Then example is burning of paper, which is a chemical change because burning of paper results in the formation of new substance, which is ash. And this change cannot be reversed, as we cannot form paper out of the ash. So these were the major differences between physical change and chemical change. And now I'm sure you have understood all the concepts related to solids, liquids and gases. So students, do watch my other videos and share my channel and my videos with your friends and family. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.